Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another race weekend in the Sunday Racing League. Just want to do a quick shout out because I wasn't able to log in and commentate last weekend, so very sorry about that. I tried pretty hard to join the session, but you know, this game is so amazing, wouldn't let me join. But I just want to congratulate Joe Royal on winning the Drivers' Championship last weekend. He did an amazing job throughout the whole season and fully deserved this one. And for constructor standings, because we don't have to go through, well, we can go through it real quick. I'm just gonna put a Haas, who's gonna be the first one on a hot lap. So let's go through driver standings. So Joe Royal winning season 8 in tier 1. Once again, congrats to him. Too late coming in second place. Michael Tibb in third. Faze in fourth. SF Rock in fifth. And his teammate at McLaren, Nathaniel, in sixth. Lance in 7. Jonas in P8. Stan in P9. El Trucker in P10. Papa Yisu in P11. Acid Masters in 12th. Hello, Joe. Hope you're doing good. Congrats once again. Was about Acid Masters in 12. Dalgizu in 13. No, in 12. I mean, oh, they're both tied. Okay, that's why. Or no, there's a mistake. Okay, so Dalgizu in 13, Sam in 14, Hammers in 15, Richie in 16, Bob 17, Razi 18. And I'm gonna stop there because there's no point. So Papa Yisu is launching his first lap. And constructor, I don't think it's over yet, but all depends on today's end result. So I think if Haas do a good job, they could close a gap between them and Ferrari and maybe get a good last race next weekend to decide the Constructors' Championship. But anyway, Ferrari leading at 259 points, Haas at 191 points. Red Bull coming in third at 179 points. McLaren not too far behind at 170 points. AlphaTauri at 96. Mercedes at 69. Alpine at 37. Aston at 22. Williams at 14. And Alfa Romeo at 0 once again. So yeah, let's find out what's going to happen today. 11 drivers going on track at the moment. So El Trucker needs to do a fantastic job if he wants to keep his team. Or maybe try to seal the deal for his team and get the Constructors' Championship. But Papa Yisu is doing pretty good. I'm expecting a maybe 38. Oh, and did better, 37.8, so that's good. Coming up next should be Williams Avoc from tier 3 at 39.5. Sami next. And 38.4. Haas too late with a 36 flat. I was expecting a 36 to be pretty much near pole. And SF Rock crossing the line with a 37.6. A El Trucker with a 37 flat. Yeah, I know you did pretty great in TTs. You had the pace. So Jonas with a 37.6. Faze with a 37.7. And Stubbly with a 37.2. His teammate gonna come up next, Katie Dog. And it's going to be a 41, so banker lap for him. And what about Stan? Doing pretty good on the corner exit, and 37 flat as well for him. But yeah, I was about to say, I'm expecting a 36, like a low 36 for pole position. But I think Tool is gonna give us a 35. There's always a difference of about maybe 0.5 between TTs and an actual quali. I think that's a fair gap to say, like 0.4, 0.5 difference of your time, of your best time in TT compared to an actual one. But I think Tool has some really good pace today. Oh, quali is faster than TT? Are you sure? Always felt like it was a bit slower. But maybe. Who knows? So pretty much everyone are coming in. Get a tire swap. I can't see the whole phrase. I don't know why. Is there a way? I've read up to your TT time, but couldn't see the rest. Don't know why. So everyone's back in the pits. Get their tire swap. Get new soft, and we're gonna get El Trucker first with the special Ferrari livery, celebrating 75 years of racing in F1. Well, racing overall, I mean. Or is it F1? Might be F1. So El Trucker, I think El Trucker has to finish first. Maybe, or maybe if he closes a gap to... If he finishes second, I think this might be good for the Constructors' Championship. Not sure. And who knows, maybe we'll get a mixed condition race. That would be very interesting, because I think that full wets or like a full race on the wets or inters is a bit boring, to be honest. So I prefer mixed condition, to be honest, to spice things up. But anyway, let's follow El Trucker. On his second attempt today at Singapore, or should we say tonight? Let's see what he does at the first split, and improving by quite a lot. Alpha tent up, and purple sector 1. Don't know if Too Late got something better. So Altrocker with all the pressure to clinch the Constructors' Championship. And now up almost to 3/10 up. So he will be easily in the 36s. But how low can he go? A bit of a slide through this corner. Might have lost some times there. It's still pushing. And it's going to be a 36.8. What about FaZe? FaZe goes with a 36.837. Haas coming up next. And it's 37 flat. Invalidation for Avok as well as Sammy. What about Junus? Oh, it's going to be close, and it's 37.1. Good improvement from Junus. And what about SF Rock? Goes with a 36.6. Next will be Katie Dog in the Aston. Oh, and invalidation on the penultimate corner. What about Stan? Stan goes with a 36.7, so an invalidation for Stubbly, so too late, add to abort. I don't know what the Aston is doing there. But too late, add to abort is a lap, so he's gonna have to go back in, get new softs, and go for one last try. Too late letting people through. So almost 5 minutes remaining in quali here at Singapore. Not much of a difference between P2 and, well, up to what, P8. It's quite close. 6 stands between P2 and P8, so I'm expecting the track to become a bit faster for the last hot laps of this session. So everyone will come back in. Let's see who's gonna be the first one to come out. I think we'll get an AlphaTauri, yeah. So FaZe will be the first one. So, reigning champion, struggling a bit more this season. Of course, it's a new game, so... And the handling is very, very different from last year's game. Well, last year's car. So he's all alone on track right now. And there's an Haas coming up next. Well, coming out of the pits. And it's... Oh, now Avok is retiring. Papa Yusu coming out now. But FaZe is lagging quite a lot. Scars all over the place. Right. So 2:15 left in quali. Don't know if FaZe put enough fuel. He might get a bit of traffic in front of him. And he's gonna get maybe a tow from this Aston Martin in front. Oh, and he's aborting his lap. Already aborting, so next up will be Papayesu. And he's on his out lap. Don't know why it switched to an actual lap. So this will be his last attempt because there's only a minute and 15 seconds remaining in quali, so pressure's on. No place for a mistake. Can he improve? And put the pressure on El Trucker and Ferrari. See at the end of sector 1. Up, well, down only 2,000s down. So pretty much the same pace in the first sector. Oh, and a bit of a snap and crashes into the wall and now gets a broken front wing, so we'll have to abort. Next up will be Stubbly. Not improving so far. And I think the AlphaTauri is struggling. Still not improving for Stubbly. Is he gonna abort his lap? Doesn't look like it. Really attacking those corners, trying to improve. Let's see. And Stubbly does not improve. What about a Trucker? And Trucker crashes on the last corner. And it's a 36.8. Ooh, and almost collided with Sammy Jensen there. Katie Dog does not improve. What about Too Late? And it's a 35.6. 1 second better. A full second better than SF Rock in P2. So from what we're seeing and his pace, he should be flying, and FaZe really struggling to get the car home. And that concludes our qualification here at Singapore. And what a performance by Too Late. So Too Late will start from P1 with a 35.6. A full second ahead of P2. And this will be SF Rock starting in P2. In P3, we'll get Stan. Completing the second row will be FaZe Pantera on P4. El Trucker in P5. Junus will come up in P6. Papa Yesu, the other Haas, will start in P7. Stubbly will start in P8. Sammy Jensen in P9. Katie Dog in P10. And Ava Connor will start in P11. Let's find out what kind of weather we will get. Praying for a mixed condition race. But we won't know that unless it starts raining. So far it looks clear, but it looks a bit gloomy and foggy a bit. As we're waiting for drivers to load in the session. So no formation lap. Once again. Just waiting on the clock to come down to an end, and we will get our first lights. So 5 red lights, and lights are off, and away we go. Here. Can we get a good view? And there we go. So Too Late keeps P1. Pretty close call between FaZe and Papa Yesu right there. Papa Yesu with a fantastic start. El Trucker falling down to P8. Seems to be a clean start so far. Just want to put everything. So really good start from Papa Yesu and Stubbly. El Trucker falling down to 2 places. And now Stubbly will go in for a move. But ooh, keeping his foot in. And there's a big crash. Big crash happening. El Trucker made contact with Papa Yesu, and then Junis couldn't avoid it. So we get a VSC so far when we get full core safety car. So Papa Yesu with maybe a broken front wing or damage. Don't know. What about a trucker? No apparent damage as well. So only a VSC is out. So Junis, unfortunately, could not avoid the cars. And his race is over. Just want to see tires. So everyone started on ours except FaZe and Sammy Jensen. And now Stubbly and El Trucker are going in. Do they have damage? No wing damage for Stubbly. Oh, and I think the game screwed El Trucker. We could see his mechanics with a new front wing. But did he forget to switch to repair wing damage to yes? Because on full auto, it might bug and won't change it. But we're going green, so let's go back to the action. And wow, so unfortunate for El Trucker if this happened. But Papa Yesu going on a move, on a charge, and move past Ava Connor. Don't know if he let him through. Now he's gonna put the pressure on Katie Dog. And now we've got FaZe Pantera also putting the pressure on SF Rock. Let's keep an eye on El Trucker's time. And yeah, I think he has wing damage because look at his interval going down and down and down. So we will have to go pit again. Unfortunately for him. FaZe with the fastest lap so far. Stan going in. Does he has wing damage as well? I think he has, yeah. Well, DRS activated for FaZe. Won't be able to make the move. What about Papayesu? Will he be close enough? And El Trucker back in the pits, W as well. Yeah, sorry about... Oh, and El Trucker retired! El Trucker retired, so... Constructors Championship ain't over. Too late. Needs to finish in P1 if he wants to close a gap. And Papayesu now on a charge. He will need to score as many points as possible. And now he's pushing Katie Dog through every last corner. Touches the wall a bit. You can see he's pushing, but he needs to be careful. And now too late with the fastest lap so far, 41.4. Papayesu really close now. And will go for a move with DRS open. Katie Dog was looking at the inside line still, but can't quite make it. Let's keep an eye on his interval between him and Sammy Jensen. And what about FaZe? DRS open still. And he has better tires, so we should be going for a move pretty quickly. Will he be close enough? DRS open. I think he will. On the inside. And SF Rock goes behind him. And a good move from FaZe Pantera right there. So too late. Already 3.1 seconds away from P2. And the gap is growing. FaZe struggling with the grip. And we get yellow. That's SF Rock. SF Rock spun. And safety car. So full course safety car. And SF Rock lost it. Right after going under the... Is it the hotel? Oh no, it's the stands. Papayisu going in for fresh mediums. Don't know why he went in this soon. Stan is in as well. Going for softs. Are they expecting rain? Let's find out what Stubbly does. Not in, so I'm really wondering why Stan went for softs. Papayisu with the penalty. A 5-second. Wondering where that's coming from. And Papayisu going back in. FaZe is in as well. Oh, he's gonna serve his penalty. Smart move to make during safety car. And he had a wing change as well. And he's gonna be dead last. And on softs. So, standing is looking very different now. Too late, still leading. Hasn't changed. But Sammy is in P2. Ava Connor in P8. And Katie Dog in P4. FaZe dropped down to P5. Stan down to P6 now. Stubbly in P7. And Papayisu dropped down to P8 from being, like, what, P5? So we will go green once again. Let's go on board with the actual leader of this race. And still not going. And now, going green and back to racing, and Katie Dog was ready. Oh, and a big crash happened between Katie Dog and Ava Connor. And Ava got pushed and got sandwiched between Katie and the wall. And this didn't end well. And now, Stan going for a move on Phase Pantera with fresh softs. So that had to be expected. And Papayisu now really close to Stubbly. So disappointing for Avok. He was doing great. And Papayisu now going as wide as possible to get the better exit. Will he go for a move now? Closing the gap. And it's gonna be a late braking for Papayisu and a good overtake. Has the better grip though. And now Stan closing in on Sammy Jensen. I don't think he will go for a move into turn 1. Might wait on the straight coming up next, and maybe into turns the braking zone of turn 7. But who knows? Let's find out. And he's really close and gets a good exit. Goes back into his Sammy's toe and will go for a move at the braking point of turn 7. Goes a bit wide though. Will he keep the foot in? Yes, he does. And now there's going to be a battle between P2 to P5. Papayisu with softs pushing Phase through every corner. Katie Dog is in the pits. Well, out of the pit now. And Papayisu goes a bit wide to get a better exit. And will he go for a move? Yes, he will. And good recovery from Papayisu so far. Who's on a charge. And let's see if Stan can catch up to Too Late. He's on soft. Too Late is on hards. So I think we should see him catch up. But so far, this ain't happening. So Too Late has an astonishing pace. And we might see a move coming up next from Papayisu, DRS Open. Elbows out. And Papayisu goes for the move on Sammy Jensen. Ooh, and really close to the wall. Will lose the position for sure. And he just lost his position back to Sammy Jensen. Will he go for a move right here? Let's go on board. I think he might be too far. And yes, he is. And I think he's quite low on ERS. Yes, he is. Down to 10%. So he's on the charge, but won't have ERS to defend with. And now face Pantera. He's putting the pressure on him. Will Papayisu be close enough? Late on the break. Elbows out for Sami Jensen, who pushed him a bit wide. And I think he's going to return the favor. Yeah, very unfortunate for you, Connor. I thought you had good pace so far. But, yeah, got a bit unlucky there. As there's a spark coming out of the Tech Pro barrier. A bit wide of corner exit from Papayisu. And now face Pantera will go on for a move on Sami Jensen. And his hearts are coming alive right now. And Papayisu soft should be going down slowly. So should expect face Pantera to go for a move very soon. Yeah, I can't really make a statement right there, but I'll let up the stewards decide. Yeah, you can. You can go alongside as long as you don't overtake before the start-finish line. But yeah, attendance is quite low into Tier 1 this season. Oh, and a crash! And Papayisu's race is over! Full course safety car! And now Sami Jensen had to slow down as well. Don't know if contact was made between Sami and Papayisu. But all in all, safety car is out and Papayisu is out of this race as well. Yeah, just look at your POV, man. And yeah, report it if you have to. Sami goes for fresh hards. Stubbly for fresh mediums. And Stan for hards as well. Stan has a penalty as well. What kind of penalty is that? And 3 seconds, okay. So we're down to 6 drivers. And we're not even halfway through this race. Barely close to it. So bear with me, guys. I'll try to make it as fun as possible. Even though there's no overtakes going on. Or might get less overtakes. Let's wait on the race restart to find out the rest of this race. So just waiting on a couple of guys to catch up to the safety car. So we should be going on for another full lap after this one. And then safety car should be coming in. I'm very surprised Too Late didn't decide to pit yet. Maybe he's gonna try to get to that point where Soft could make it to the end. Because on their safety car you can just make your stint longer. So maybe that's what he's up to. I think he's the only one who hasn't pit yet. And now we're just waiting on Katie Dog to catch up. Which should be done pretty soon. So, safety car will go in. Oh, and almost a spin on the race restart. And we're going green again. And Too Late almost spinning at the last corner. And now Sammy Jensen and Sten are having a fight. And yeah, really good to see FaZe up in P2. And really close between Stubbly and Stan. So we've reached the halfway point into this race. Oh, and a bit of a moment for Stan Will Stubbly go for a move? Yes, he will. Pretty easy. What about Katie Dog? Can he follow him through? No, he will have to wait. And FaZe is trying to stick with... Too late. Oh, and cutting the corner right there. Clearly got a warning out of it. Now Stubbly is closing up on Sammy Jensen for P3. Will those mediums last to the end though? With 15 laps remaining. "19 laps on mediums, I think that's quite huge. And he has so much more pace. Will he go for a move now? Nope, he can't. And this is really cool part of the track where you go right under the stands. Oh, and Too Late's in the pit now. So Too Late finally jumping in. We'll go for fresh mediums, I assume. Yes, he does. So Too Late will have to work very, very hard to catch up to everyone. 18 seconds back, well, behind Katie Dog. So around 25 to maybe more than that. 26 or 27 to face Pantera. Well, DRS open now for Stubbly. He needs a good exit right here. Will he get it? On board with Stubbly right now. And yes, he will. And Sammy keeping his foot in, but can't quite make it and has to concede. P2 to Stubbly right now. So down to 14 0.6 seconds to Katie Dog for too late. Slowly catching up, but I think he's gonna pray for a safety car. And now Stubley will be chasing after Face Pantera. And now those mediums are coming alive for Tool. Look at the time going down really, really quickly. And we're almost down to 10 seconds. That is very, very impressive. And Too Late with the fastest lap. 39.2. That's solid pace right there. Oh, and Sammy picking up at 3 seconds now. But Stan has one as well, so nothing to be too worried about. Unless you get another one. And I think Katie Dog is struggling because he's falling off 5.1 second behind Stan. Down to 1.3. But I think Stubley will struggle to get the car back home. And we're into the second now. I don't think he will get DRS now. And yes, he does. Barely. And Stubley is showing very, very good pace tonight at Singapore. Very good pace from Stubley. So 11 laps to go. Stubley going a bit wider to get a good exit. Will it go for a move now? Might be too far. We'll have to wait. On the second DRS as well, I think. Because the one on the start-finish line is way too small and the braking point is pretty... Oh, and a big crash. And safety car is out. Big crash from Stan. Sorry, got a bit confused there. As I was talking about Stubley, then Stan with a huge shunt. And now FaZe is in the pits. Stubley's in the pits as well. And they're going for softs. And Too Late staying out, so he will get back to P1. But he's gonna have a good challenge coming from behind. Because everybody else will be on softs. FaZe has a penalty though. He got a 5 second for speeding in the pit lane. Ah, wow. And Sammy has a 3-second. Don't know if contact was made between Sten and Sammy, but I doubt it. I don't think they were close to each other, but now the fight between Stubbly and Face Pantera is back on, and it's gonna be pretty even because both of them are on fresh softs. But I have to keep in mind that FaZe has a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane, so that will be very, very costly at the end of this race. So another DNF. And now it's Stan who is out of this race. So only 5 drivers remaining on the 11 we had at the start of this race. And FaZe goes back in. Oh, 2 service penalty, but he's gonna have to go for mediums. So he will service penalty, but goes back to mediums. So he might be a bit slower. 8 laps remaining. So safety car will go in this lap. Now Stubbly will be the one chasing down after Tool. Can he keep up? Will he be able to keep up with his pace? And what about Face Pantera? What can he do on those mediums? And a pretty clean restart from Tool. And we're back to racing. And a good restart from Stubbly. And now FaZe is putting the pressure on a Katie Dog. Oh, and a bit of a snap from Stubbly right there. Nice control of the car. Will FaZe go for a late braking move? A bit of contact between both. And FaZe will have to start all over again. Now Stubbly doing quite good on the pace. And I think DRS will activate this lap. So this will give FaZe Pantera a chance to go for a move on Katie Dog. And a good exit from FaZe Pantera. And a good overtake done. With 6 laps to go, can he close the gap to Sammy Jensen and maybe try to put a foot on the last step of the podium? So 5.2. Remember that Sammy has a 3-second penalty, so he has to be within that 3-second gap. And Stubbly falling off the DRS of Too Late. Can he get it? If he does, that will be very close. And I think he has. Yes, he has. Very, very lucky. Let's look at his DRS, 21%. And Too Late is at 30. Oh! And Stubbly spun! As I was watching Too Late go. And now, oh, and very dangerous Come back for Stubbly, who has lost an end plate, the left one on his front wing, and he's down to P5. So FaZe might be looking at P2 now. He needs to keep his head down and avoid mistakes. Fastest lap, I think it's too late, but let me check. Yeah, too late with a 39.2. So Too Late can now cruise along, and yeah, pretty much needs to get this car across the start finish line. And Stubbly's in the pits now, getting a wing change, and new tires might be able to steal that fastest lap. And FaZe will surely go for a non-track overtake on Sammy Jensen. Seems to be faster. I think the softs are dying off, to be honest. But Sammy is still looking at a podium. P3 would be great. Now the RS Open for FaZe Pantera. So it should be an easy move on the next straight. And will stay behind. Don't know if he lifted. Maybe he wasn't close enough. And Sammy struggling with the grip. FaZe going wide to get the better exit. And I don't think it will be enough. Nope. Won't be close enough. Maybe this time around. Let's go on board. I think he's gonna be too far. Oh, and Sammy's light is flashing. No ERS left to defend with. Will it be now? And still not able. Ooh, very, very hard braking from Sammy there, and FaZe had to step on the brake pedal to avoid making contact. Ooh, and a bit of a snap. So he has to keep his composure and just remain within the 3-second gap, and it should be fine. And penultimate lap of this race, a pretty crazy one with like 6 DNFs, so and there's a chance for FaZe. I think he's gonna go for the inside. And now there's an Aston. That's Stubbly. Stubbly has spun. And now there's chaos happening between Sammy and FaZe. Well, not chaos, but the battle is getting fiercer. You can tell. Let's go back on board. Will it be now? No. So Sammy struggling with the grip. FaZe trying to get past him. Can't quite make it. And now on board. Well, onto this final lap. And now with a good exit. And a good launch on the start finish line. FaZe Pantera takes P2 on track. Like he wanted. And I feel bad for Stubbly. He was doing very, very great so far. He was looking at a podium chance for sure. So only 5 drivers remaining. Let's go on board with Too Late, who has pretty much led the whole race. So Too Late will get that P1. And with the points he will score today, that will close the gap to Ferrari. So we will find out next race who will be the Constructors Champion, because El Trucker DNF'd. And FaZe Pantera finishes in P2. Sammy Jensen completes the podium. And Katie Dog finishes in P4. And Stubbly, unfortunately, who was my driver of the day, will come up in P5. But I think... who deserves it the most? In all fairness, I want to give it to Stubbly. But yeah, FaZe recovered pretty well. Sammy did a good race, and Katie did a good race as well. I think the game will choose Sammy, yeah. So, a second win in a row for Too Late. With a very, very good, a brilliant drive. FaZe will come in P2 and Sammy finishes third on the last step of the podium. Katie Dog ends up in P4. Stubbly in P5. Stan, Papa Yisu, Ava Connor, SF Rock, El Trucker, and Junus all DNF. So, hope you guys enjoyed this race, and we'll see you next weekend for the final race. Bye, everyone.